Hello and good morning, all of you. And it's really very nice to see you all showing such kind of an enthusiasm and energy in all the live sessions that we are putting up for you, because our motive is to help you understand the basics of English, so that once you are done with it, you are a thorough learner. And I think this will take you a long way ahead in your life, wherever you are going to use English as a language. And you cannot do without it, because English is a very essential language to understand, to master, to make the best use of it, because it is the bridge language. And most places require you to have a good control, good language skill, more specifically into English, because if you are good at it, you can actually communicate your ideas, you can communicate your thoughts properly and in a well-fashioned manner with good control. So, and now we move ahead into the session, which is on the recap of the parts of speech that we have covered till now. The last session that we did on part of speech was on preposition, conjunction, and interjection. That completed the session for parts of speech. And now, before we go ahead, like we always do, before moving into another topic, we just do a brief recap of what all we have done so far. All right. So, because we have already completed the parts of speech, which is the most essential part or segment in English grammar. So we will do a brief run through with the parts of speech, so that you have you can brush up on your whatever you have learned so far. And the kind of response that we are getting from you all is so overwhelming that it's really it's very heartening, and it's very motivating for us to have that kind of an enthusiasm shown by you all, and the kind of involvement that you have shown. So it's really heartening, and really thankful to you all that you have taken these classes very seriously. All right, then. So moving ahead, doing a recap on parts of speech, starting off with the first part of speech, which is noun. And now then, nouns are words that identify or name people, place, or things. I'll again mix it up with Hindi as well during the session, all right? So that all of you are very well, versed with whatever I'm saying. So nouns are words that identify, name people, places, or things. मतलब हर वो चीज को जिसको आप देख पा रहे हैं, मतलब जिसको आप आइडेंटिफाई कर पा रहे हैं फॉर सम और द अदर रीजन. जैसे कि अगर मैं बोलूं व्हाट इज दिस इज अ कोम्ब, तो कोम्ब इज अ नाउन बिकॉज एक थिंग है ये, ठीक है ना. उसी तरीके से दिस इज अ बुक, तो ये एक थिंग है, ठीक है ना. एंड सिमिलरली अगर मैं बोलूं हु एम आई एम निखिल, आई एम द कोर्स मेंटर, तो आई एम अ पर्सन, मेरा नाम क्या है, निखिल. ऑलराइट, तो मैं भी एक नाउन हूं. ओके, अगर मेरे को एक ब्रैकेट में रखा जाए कि अगर डिस्क्राइब किया जाए कि व्हाट नाउन्स आर एक्चुअली, ऑलराइट, तो नाउन्स आर words that identify or name people, places, or things, or even ideas. All right, they can function as the subject of a clause sentence, or as an object of verb, or an object of preposition, like we had done preposition in the last class of ours. All right, like words like cat, book, table, girl, plane, they are all nouns. There are 8 types of nouns as per their usage. मतलब वो क्या काम करते हैं इंग्लिश ग्रामर में, इंग्लिश लैंग्वेज में, उसके हिसाब से देयर आर 8 टाइप्स ऑफ नाउन्स. ऑलराइट, तो उसको जल्दी से हम लोग ब्रीफ थ्रू करेंगे, बिकॉज ये सेशन थोड़ा सा हैवी है, बिकॉज वी आर डूइंग ऑल द पार्ट्स ऑफ स्पीचेस, लाइक देयर आर 8 पार्ट्स ऑफ स्पीच. ऑलराइट, so we are doing the recap, a kind of a brush up, or a kind of a run through with all these parts of speech. Okay, so we'll do our, maybe my speed would be a little fast, but I'll still try to control that. Okay, so there are 8 types of nouns as per the usage in English language. Okay, first one, common nouns and proper nouns. 2. Okay, common nouns name any person, place, thing, or idea. Examples are, my book is on the table. Tamika went to school this morning. कॉमन, दिस इज कॉमन, माई बुक इज ऑन द टेबल। मैंने ये नहीं पता कि व्हाट काइंड ऑफ अ बुक, व्हाट काइंड ऑफ अ टेबल। या फिर तमिका वेंट टू स्कूल अर्ली दिस मॉर्निंग, कौन सा स्कूल नहीं मालूम, ठीक है, इट्स अ कॉमन नाउन। अब प्रॉपर नाउन क्या होता है, व्हेन यू गिव अ स्पेसिफिक्स टू दैट। जैसे कि यहाँ पर मैंने बोला माई बुक, फर्स्ट पार्ट में बोला माई बुक इज ऑन द टेबल, सेकेंड पार्ट में क्या बोल रहा हूं मैं, माई बुक लॉन्ग वॉक टू फ्रीडम, मतलब कि मेरी बुक जिसका नाम है लॉन्ग वॉक टू फ्रीडम इज ऑन द टेबल, ठीक है ना। अभी इसको मैं और भी डिस्क्राइब कर सकता हूँ, ऑन द टेबल तो अभी भी कॉमन, ऑन द टेबल, जो टेबल वर्ड टेबल तो अभी भी कॉमन है, ऑलराइट। नाउ देन if I were to add more specifics into the table, my book long walk to freedom is on the teak wood table, or on the dining table, or on the study table. So I'm giving a specific that स्टडी टेबल के ऊपर मेरी बुक रखी हुई है, या फिर डाइनिंग टेबल के ऊपर मेरी बुक रखी हुई है, ठीक है ना। या फिर वो टेबल जो लोहे की बनी है, मेड आउट ऑफ स्टील, और ऑन दैट टेबल, तो आई एम गिविंग ए स्पेसिफिक टू दैट पर्टिकुलर टेबल, तो इट बिकम्स अ प्रॉपर नाउन। In the earlier part, we said Tamika went to school this morning. School. I never said which school. It's an educational institution, right? So, but I didn't say that school, but which school, which educational institution. I did not give the name to it as such. All right. So, if I add specific into it, which is Tamika goes to Pune University, तो मैंने अभी क्या किया, उस एजुकेशनल इंस्टीट्यूशन का नाम दिया, तो इट बिकम्स अ प्रॉपर नाउन। अब आती बारी सिंगुलर एंड प्लूरल नाउन्स की। सेल्फ सजेस्टिव है, सेल्फ एक्सप्लेनेटरी है, क्या है, सिंगुलर नाउन नेम्स वन पर्सन, प्लेस, थिंग और आइडिया। ओके, वन पर्सन, ठीक है। पेंसिल इज अ नाउन, माय पेंसिल इज ब्रोकन, सिंगुलर। ओके, मे आई बोरो अ पीस ऑफ पेपर, और मे आई बोरो अ पेन फ्रॉम यू, सिंगुलर। मैंने एक पेन बोला, आई डिडंट से मे आई बोरो पेन्स फ्रॉम यू, माय पेंसिल्स आर ब्रोकन, आई डिडंट से दैट। ओके, तो ये सिंगुलर नाउन हो गया। प्लूरल क्या होता है, when there are more than one person, place, thing or idea. Okay, my pencils are broken, my papers are scattered all over the floor, मतलब मेरी पेंसिल्स टूट गई हैं, मेरे पेपर्स अराउंड द फ्लोर फैले हुए हैं, which I need to collect and put them back in a proper shape, ठीक है ना। ये तो पूरा प्रोसेस हो गया, बट मेरे पेपर्स फ्लोर पे पड़े हुए हैं। अब आता है पोजेसिव नाउन्स। पोजेसिव तो खैर हम लोगों ने बहुत बार सुना होगा, दैट ही इज वेरी पोजेसिव और शी इज वेरी पोजेसिव। तो पोजेसिव मींस व्हाट, यू हैव सेंस, यू नो, सेंस ऑफ एन ओनरशिप, और यू उसको थोड़ा ऐसे बोलेंगे हम कि हम उसको अपना ओनरशिप लेके चल रहे हैं, कि दिस इज माइन, ऑलराइट, दिस इज माय मोबाइल फोन, और दिस इज माय लैपटॉप, or this is my bike. So people say that, na, he is very possessive. He is very possessive about his things. So it means what? He shows ownerships into it. He adds value by showing ownership into it. ये मेरी bike है. This is my bike. This is my laptop. All right. So while showing the ownership, we just need to have an apostrophe s. All right. Apostrophe and an s to show the ownership of that. Okay. Similarly, अभी एग्जाम्पल देखते हैं, ठीक है ना। जैसे बॉयज बास्केटबॉल टीम होती है ना, बॉयज बास्केटबॉल टीम, तो द बॉयज है, क्योंकि बॉयज ऑलरेडी प्लूरल है, ठीक है, उसके लास्ट में हम अपोस्ट्रोफी लगाएंगे, ठीक है ना। वी आर नॉट गोइंग टू ऐड एन एस टू इट, उसके लास्ट में हम एक अपोस्ट्रोफी लगाएंगे, तो वहां पर क्या हो जाएगा, वो ओनरशिप होगा। द बॉयज बास्केटबॉल टीम इज वॉकिंग डाउन द हॉल, मतलब कि बॉयज की वो बास्केटबॉल टीम जो बॉयज की है, वो बास्केटबॉल टीम जो बॉयज की है, मतलब कंसिस्टिंग कंप्राइजिंग ऑफ बॉयज, ठीक है ना। ओनरशिप लाइज इन द हैंड ऑफ बॉयज, वो बास्केटबॉल टीम, ठीक है। आई बोरोड माय सिस्टर्स शर्ट, माय सिस्टर शर्ट मतलब क्या, सिस्टर की शर्ट, ओनरशिप बिलोंग्स टू माय सिस्टर, इसीलिए इसमें अपोस्ट्रोफी एंड एन एस लास्ट में, क्योंकि बॉयज ऑलरेडी एक प्लूरल है, तो उसमें हम वहां पर लास्ट में अपोस्ट्रोफी लगाएंगे तो शो दी ओनरशिप। ओके, वरना हम अपोस्ट्रोफी के बाद एक एस ऐड करेंगे तो शो दी ओनरशिप, दिस वे वी मेक पोजेसिव नाउन्स। Concrete and abstract nouns. A concrete noun names a material thing, person or place. It is something that can be physically touched. उसको हम physically touch कर सकते हैं। Just a moment. सॉरी फॉर द इंटरप्शन। कॉन्क्रीट एंड एब्स्ट्रैक्ट नाउन्स क्या होते हैं ना? कॉन्क्रीट नाउन्स नेम्स अ मटेरियल थिंग, पर्सन और प्लेस, ठीक है, समथिंग दैट कैन बी फिजिकली टच्ड एंड फेल्ट। ओके, जैसे कि concrete noun, this is a mobile phone, I can physically hold it in my hands. Okay, I can touch it, I can touch and feel it. This is a mobile phone, I can actually have, I can hold it, I can keep it in my pocket, keep it anywhere. Concrete हो गया, ठीक है ना? इसको physically एक definition है वहां पर। जैसे example के लिए, parade began at 7 o'clock to celebrate the Independence Day, ठीक है ना? Parade है, parade एक parade होता है, इसमें you know there are a lot of people you know walking around doing all sorts of things that a parade requires. तो वहां पर आप देख सकते हो। ओके, उसी तरीके से एब्स्ट्रैक्ट नाउन की जब बात करो तो एब्स्ट्रैक्ट नाउन नेम्स आइडियाज, फीलिंग्स और क्वालिटीज, दे कैन नॉट बी फिजिकली टच्ड, ठीक है ना? जैसे कि रमेश वेप्ट इन सॉरो ओवर द लॉस ऑफ हिज मदर, मतलब रमेश वेप्ट, वो उसकी फीलिंग थी, वीपिंग, सॉरो था, उसकी मदर एक्सपायर कर गई है तो वो वीप कर रहा था। ऑलराइट, तो क्या वो वहां पर कि वो आप देख नहीं सकते, यू कैन नॉट टच इट, यू कैन ओनली फील, इट कैन बी फेल्ट बट यू कैन नॉट टच इट फिजिकली। Collective nouns, नाम से आ रहा सब कुछ क्लियर, very clear from itself. Collective nouns name a group or collection of people, places, things or ideas. They are considered one unit, so they are singular. Okay, example, the crowd sounds like a herd of elephants. The crowd sounds like a herd of elephants. उसके comparative दे रहे हैं उस collective noun crowd को, जो herd of elephant की तरह, they were making so much of sound that they were compared to sounds like a herd of elephant, because whenever you see that elephant walking around in a herd, okay, they make such loud sound that you cannot actually hear your own voice even. All right, so crowd sounds like a herd of elephants. वो crowd ऐसा था कि उसमें आवाज बिल्कुल ऐसी आ रही जैसे कि वो herd of elephants हो। all right, the staff includes professionals and non-professionals. मतलब staff अपने आप में collective है, क्योंकि staff का मतलब ही होता है group of individuals who are working for some organization or some company. Similarly, professionals and non-professional का staff. Going ahead, यहाँ पर आपके पूरे 8 वो खत्म हो गए nouns का, ठीक है ना? अब हमारी बात आती है pronouns की, कि pronoun क्या होता है। अब pronoun में तो noun आपको पता लगे, noun तो आपने देख लिया noun क्या होता है। तो pronoun क्या होता है? That is pronoun, मतलब कि वो noun के लिए pro है। ओके, वो nouns को replace करने वाले words होते हैं, उनको pronouns बोलते हैं, ठीक है ना? Pronouns are words that represent nouns, people, places or things that represent nouns. जो मैंने बोला ना, they replace nouns, they are for nouns, ठीक है ना? Grammatically, pronouns are used in the same ways as nouns. They can function as subjects or objects. Common nouns generally include I, you, she, him, it, everyone, and somebody. Okay, you're not actually you're just actually replacing the nouns with the pronouns. Okay, to make the sentence much the flow becomes much easier. There are different types of pronouns by definition. We shall learn. जब भी आगे बढ़ते हैं तो उधर देखते भी हम लोग। Personal pronouns. Personal pronouns क्या होते हैं? It refers to one person speaking. Personal, like मैं. I am speaking. I will not say Nikhil is speaking. I am speaking, because pronouns are ones who replace or they're used in place of nouns. Okay. तो first person pronouns क्या होते हैं? I, me, mine, we, us, our, ours, ये होते हैं first person pronouns. But होते हैं by definition these are personal pronouns. Okay. Second person क्या होता है? You, your, yours. Okay. When you're talking about the person concerned, the second person concerned, okay, who is in front of you, in आपकी अटेंडेंस पे हैं, then you will use the second person. ये भी एक रूल है that you must understand when to use first person pronoun, when to use second person pronoun, when to use third person pronoun. Okay, first person pronoun comes into the picture when you or group of people themselves are using for their reference. अगर मैं मेरे लिए बात करूंगा तो I will say I. हमारा ग्रुप होगा 2-3 फ्रेंड्स, तो we will say we. ये फर्स्ट पर्सन है क्योंकि हम अपने बारे में बात कर रहे हैं, फर्स्ट पर्सन, वी आर द फर्स्ट पर्सन. ओके. सेकंड पर्सन में क्या होता है? जब आप सामने वाले के लिए बात कर रहे होते हैं तो उसमें क्या होता है कि इफ आई से दैट यू स्टूडेंट्स आर वेरी गुड लर्नर्स, तो आई एम टॉकिंग अबाउट द सेकंड पर्सन व्हिच इज यू. थर्ड पर्सन क्या आता है? ही, हिम, शी, हर. जो हमारे सामने नहीं है, ठीक है ना। कैसे हुआ? हाउ टू यूज दैट? who was the person who broke this glass? Okay, now then the person who broke the glass तो है नहीं हमारे सामने. The person who broke the glass is not present physically over here. He's somewhere else. Maybe he knew that, okay, my God, I'll be scolded for breaking the glass, so I will be made to stand in front of the principal, all sorts of things. So he just ran away. So in this context, we will say he or him. Okay, it was him who broke the glass. Ramesh was the person, him, without using the names. Okay, it was him who broke the glass. Fine. And personal refers to a person, जो कि मैंने अभी बोला आपको, ठीक है ना. Now going ahead, intensive pronoun. These refers to the subjects, and function as a complement or an object of preposition. Reflexive refers to reflecting back to the subject, back to the subject which was already mentioned earlier. Example: Nikhil earned a reward for himself. So Nikhil तो आ ही गया, pronoun कहां से आ गया? Himself. तो himself refers to whom? To Nikhil. तो क्या हुआ? ये आपका इंटेंसिव रिफ्लेक्सिव आ गया, जो कि पीछे जाके रिफ्लेक्ट कर रहा है, ठीक है ना. Similarly, the cheerleader is acting like herself again. Okay, herself again. तो herself again का मतलब क्या हुआ यहाँ पर? herself again मतलब यहाँ पर आप क्या आ गया? Reflecting back to herself. अभी इसमें नेक्स्ट में देखते हैं, नेक्स्ट कौन सा प्रोनाउन आता है. इंटेंसिव तुमने कर लिया. Demonstrative pronouns. It points out or demonstrate a noun. Example: this, that, these, and those. These are the names in homeroom. Okay, these are the names in homeroom. Demonstrate कर रहा है कि these are the names in homeroom. तो क्या अब यहां पर आता है आपका interrogative pronouns. अब what are interrogative pronouns? Interrogative pronouns introduce a question. They ask a question. They ask a question. All right, like who was the one who came first? Who was the one who came first in the class? Asking a question, like interrogation. Interrogation, not a negative, but obviously to give it a more articulate manner, we say someone who is asking a question as interrogation. But interrogation is used in another sense. But here, interrogation means asking questions. Okay, who did this? Who did that? Who is your favorite teacher? And which is your favorite serial? Which is your favorite movie? So these are asking questions, asking pronouns, like which is your favorite movie? Which refers to movie. Your means to you. Now the relative pronouns. These introduce a subordinate clause. Now then, what's a subordinate clause? Subordinate clause is one that cannot stand alone. Right? It is not complete sentence on its own. We need to have another thing into it to make complete sense of it. Example: that, which, who, whom, whose sentences. ये sentences जहाँ पे that का use हो रहा है, या which हो रहा है, या who हो रहा है, तो यहाँ पर क्या that what, which क्या मतलब, which का मतलब who कौन था. ओके, तो इसको कैसे यूज करते हैं? My English teacher who now lives in Koregaon is from Lucknow. ठीक है ना. अभी यहाँ पर क्या है? who refers to whom? My English teacher. ये रिलेटिव प्रोनाउन हो गया, ठीक है ना. ये इंट्रोड्यूस कर रहा है टू whom? टू माय इंग्लिश टीचर हु नाउ लिव्स इन कोरेगांव फ्रॉम लखनऊ. ओके, तो ये इस तरीके से आपका रिलेटिव प्रोनाउन यूज होता है, जो अपने आप में कंप्लीट नहीं होता. उसको कंप्लीट करने के लिए आपको एक सेकेंडरी क्लॉज लगाना पड़ता है. अब इनडेफिनेट प्रोनाउंस क्या होते हैं? सेंटेंस अगर देखें हम एग्जांपल के लिए, एवरीवन केम टू द गेम. not so sure, that's exactly right. Not sure मतलब not sure मतलब clarity नहीं है, not sure. Indefinite pronoun क्या होता है? They refer to a noun that may or may not specifically be named. ठीक है ना? क्लैरिफाई नहीं कर रहा ना वहां पर, एक नंबर एक पुटअप नहीं कर रहा ना कौन क्या क्या. ओके, फॉर एग्जाम्पल another, everyone, nothing, other, several. Okay, abhi if I were to ask how many students are present in the class, there were lot many students present in the class. ठीक है ना? यहाँ पर क्या हो गया? There were lot many students present in the class. I didn't count that, but I had this. Okay, there are so many number of students, so they are present in the class. But I did not. I just gave a random number. Okay, there are lot many students present in the class, like they are right now. There are lot many students who are present in the class. I'm not going to count them all, but I know from the screen of that I'm seeing that okay, there are lot many students. Number is good. All right then. To use एक sentence पे इसको देखते हैं. We are not sure how many or of their words, how many any of those words are. ठीक है ना? इसलिए indefinite होते हैं. अब आती है बारी हमारी एडजेक्टिव की. नाउन्स हो गया, प्रोनाउंस हो गया. थर्ड पार्ट ऑफ स्पीच है एडजेक्टिव. अब एडजेक्टिव क्या है? These are the words that modify, that change the context or add a description to the nouns which we have used in the sentence, right? And sometimes the pronouns as well. Okay, these can be the part of either the subject in concern जिसके बारे में, या फिर predicate मतलब वो जो एक्शन कर रहा है उसके लिए. ठीक है ना? कॉमन एडजेक्टिव्स क्या होते हैं? रेड, ब्लू, फास्ट, मतलब डिस्क्रिप्शन दे रहे ना. अगर मैं बोलूं आपके पास कार, यस आई हैव अ कार. ओके, खत्म हो गया. आई हैव अ कार, वेरी नाइस, गुड, ग्रेट. बट देन इफ आई वर टू आस्क यू डिस्क्राइब योर कार, ओके, what color is your car? Then if you add value to it, adding description to the already existing noun, which is the car. I have a blue colored car. So you are adding a description to that noun car. So ये क्या हो गया यहाँ पर? Adjective हो गया red या blue या whatever color of that car is. ठीक है ना? जैसे अभी छोटा सा एग्जांपल जो इसमें आप देख पा रहे हो स्क्रीन पर. एक if I say visualize a tennis ball, immediately the image would pop up. Okay, कि वो round shape की होती है, mostly वो it's fluorescent yellow color that we use in lawn tennis. All right, so अभी वो adjective is not just any ball, उसमें description आ गया ना, तो येलो कलर की बॉल है, ओके, फ्लोरेसेंट येलो की है, तो ये क्या उसमें adding description to the already existing noun. ओके, सिमिलरली अगर मैं इसमें बोलूं एक और चीज, नाउ विजुअलाइज क्रिस्टल बॉल. क्रिस्टल बॉल होती है ऐसे करके राउंड शेप की क्रिस्टल बॉल होती है, उसके अंदर ना वो डिफरेंट काइंड ऑफ ऑल दैट इलेक्ट्रॉनिक रेज इस तरह आ रही होती हैं, व्हिच द people use in their movies, to look into the future or the past, the magical kind of a ball. So अभी आपका description वहां पे चेंज होगा जाना था. टेनिस बॉल से कहां से आ गया? Crystal ball looks like that. It's a transparent kind of a ball. It has got those electrical moving system into it and making crackling sounds. So वहां पर क्या होगा? मॉडिफाई हो गया आपके माइंड में, वो पिक्चर ऑफ द बॉल मॉडिफाई हो गई, उस पर डिस्क्रिप्शन आ गया, तो वो एडजेक्टिव बन गया. ओके, एंड व्हाई डू वी नीड एडजेक्टिव्स? हमें एडजेक्टिव की जरूरत कैसे नहीं चलेगी? क्योंकि इतने सारे नाउन्स हैं, तो उन नाउन्स को उनके अकॉर्डिंग उनका डिस्क्रिप्शन देकर ही तो हम आइडेंटिफाई कर पाएंगे बिटवीन दोज नाउन्स. जैसे गुड, बेटर, बेस्ट, इस तरीके से. तो उनको डिफाइन करेंगे, कंपैरेटिव्स करेंगे, तब जाकर तभी तो यूज होगा ना, वरना सब एक जैसे हो जाएंगे. ऑल द नाउन्स आर सेम. अब यहाँ पर एक और बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट चीज आती है, विच आर कॉल्ड आर्टिकल्स. ये एडजेक्टिव्स में ही आता है, ठीक है ना, जैसे कि ए, एन एंड द. ठीक है ना, इसमें क्या, इसमें भी द डेफिनेट आर्टिकल इज द इज द डेफिनेट आर्टिकल. डेफिनेट आर्टिकल मींस वो एकदम फिक्स्ड है, वहां पर वो एकदम सिंबलाइज करेगा एक पर्टिकुलर थिंग को ही सिंबलाइज करेगा. ठीक है ना. और अगर ए, एन और द अगर ना हो, जस्ट इमेजिन, तो आवर rapid speech sounds will just mix together and we won't be able to speak tell the differentiating factor between the nouns. Okay, and these, one very important thing for these articles are, these are the alerts that let you know that a noun is going to come next after them. Nouns are always coming after these articles, which is either a, an, or the. Okay, the next thing that comes after these articles is definitely a noun, and they break the sentence into noun segments as well. Placement of adjectives. Adjectives are usually placed before the noun or pronoun for which they have been used. Like Shwetank is a brave boy. He had lots of money. Okay. There are 3 degrees of adjectives: positive, comparative, and superlative degrees. Okay. Like positive means good, comparative means better, superlative means best. Types of adjective we had covered so in the last session on adjective, that was there are proper adjectives, descriptive, quantitative, numeral, demonstrative, distributive, interrogative, and possessive. Proper adjectives are made out of proper nouns. Like English comes from England, Rome makes Roman. All right, then we have Spanish comes from Spain. These are proper adjectives that are made out of proper nouns. Then comes the descriptive. They are qualitative adjectives, like a smart boy, an amazing movie. Quantitative adjectives, one which shows how much of a thing that is meant for that concerned thing. He had lots of money. We have enough ration. Then comes demonstrative, interrogative, and possessive adjectives. The adjective like this, that, these, those, these point out to the person who are meant for that particular sentence. These are called demonstrative adjectives. Example: they answer to question which. They answer to the question which. Look at the dog running after the car. Then comes interrogative adjective. The words which, what, and whose are used in nouns to ask questions are called interrogative adjective. Whose bike is this? What color is your car? Possessive adjectives, like I say, they show the possession: my, our, your, his. Like we had their possessive pronouns. My cycle was stolen yesterday. His car is well maintained. Examples of possessive adjectives. Now comes numerical adjectives, and number and comparison of adjectives. The adjectives or numbers show how many person or things are in what order and they stand for. They answer the question how many or in what order. Some men are rich. My son is standing first in the line, symbolizing the first. 3 types of adjective or numbers: definitive, which are 1, 2, 3. Example: first, second, third ordinal numbers in order of things. Indefinite numeral adjectives, they do not denote any exact number, like all, no, many, some, several. Distributed numerical adjectives, they refer to each one of a number, like every person in the class, either him or her did that, neither of us knew about the class. 3 degrees of comparisons: possessive, comparative, and superlative. Okay, now possessive degree is what which denotes the simple quantity. It is said to be in the possessive degree as hot. Comparative, when a comparison made between the 2 people or 2 things, like hotter. Which one between the 2 cup of tea, which one is hotter? Because we are doing a degree of comparison adjective over here. Then comes the superlative as the hottest. There are 3 degrees: of possessive, comparative, and superlative. Like good, better, best. Similarly, hot, hotter, and hottest. Comparison of adjectives. Nikhil is a smart guy. Akshat is smarter than Nikhil. We see in the above mentioned example that adjective change the forms. Smart, smarter, and smartest. Okay, comparison is coming into the picture. These are called degrees of comparison. All right, thank you for this. And now comes the next topic is verbs. All the actions that we do, हमारा कोई भी action हो रहा है, like I'm taking a class, I'm speaking. Speaking is an action. It is called verb. हर action जो आप करते हो, movement, anything, you're doing this, you're eating breakfast, you're eating dinner, ये actions हैं. These are the actions. They are called as verb. सारे action. And without verbs, you cannot possibly write any sentence or say anything in English. क्योंकि कोई ना कोई एक्शन किसी ना किसी मोमेंट हो ही रहा होता है. Three types of verbs: action verb, verbs of being, and linking verbs. Action verbs are what? They show an action either physical or mental. Like couple is playing football. Playing football, it's an action. Verbs of being. Example के लिए is, were, are, has, have, one, was, had been. In the picture, if you can see that, if I were to say what does she look like? She looks like a doctor. I think she is a doctor. Okay. So these are verbs of being, because being, state of being, that I am a doctor, I am a teacher, I'm a player. These are verbs of being. I'm not doing an action, but yes, these are verbs of being. Similarly, linking verbs, the third. They link a subject to its complement form. Like example, the examples for the same are appear, fell, taste, look, smell. Right? Like our teacher is hardworking. In the image, if you can see, our teacher is hardworking. It depicts an image of a teacher doing multitasking work. So our teacher is hardworking. It symbolizes our teacher is hardworking. Then there are regular and irregular verbs. Regular verbs are what? Which do not change much of their form when their tenses change. When the tense, the degree in which they are said changes. Like learned, learned, and learned. And when for the irregular verbs, there are verbs which have different ending in past and participle, and are called irregular verbs. Do becomes did becomes done. The pattern changes. Whereas for regular verbs, it was learned, learned, and learned. There isn't much of a difference for the actual verb. But then here, do, did, and done, with the word exact, the word changes in complete sense. Okay, this is an exercise. We'll mail you this exercise, and you can do it on your own. This is a practice exercise. So the main objective of our we taking this class is that we are doing a recap on the parts of speech that we had completed in the last session. So this is just simply a recap, a brush up kind of a thing. Okay, but the video, the live session video will be mailed to you all separately. You can get it in your inbox and use it at your own convenient time for practice. All right, the exercises will be mailed to you separately. Again, this is an exercise, then an answer for that, which we are going to jump because we are going to cover the topics only. All right, then the kinds of verbs: the transitive, the intransitive, or the helping verbs. Transitive verbs are those which require an object to complete its meaning. Example, I collect coins. Here the object is what? Coins is the object. I collect. Simply, if I collect, there's no meaning to it. I collect what? The sense is not communicated properly. I collect. I could collect anything that I want. But if I say I collect coins, that the object, the action that it is being done upon, the collection of coins. I collect coins. यहाँ पर क्या होगा कि ट्रांजिटिव है, ट्रांजिशन में collection is happening to the coin. क्लियर कि ट्रांजिटिव का मतलब हुआ कि ट्रांजिशन हो रहा फ्रॉम टू आई एम ईटिंग ब्रेकफास्ट और या फिर आई ईट ब्रेकफास्ट. Breakfast becomes the subject, eat becomes the action. Transition of eat is to breakfast. I eat breakfast. Intransitive verbs में क्या होता है कि which is complete by itself. It does not require an object to be completed. Right? Like जैसे we run, हम दौड़ रहे हैं. I'm shouting. I'm speaking. It's complete on its own. It does not require any object to complete its meaning. I'm speaking. But if I were to add the third person into it, I'm speaking to him, then it becomes a transitive verb. However, if I only say I'm speaking, then the sense is completed. The sense that I'm speaking is completed. It does not require a third element or an object for it to be completed. It's complete on its own. Then there comes the helping verbs. Helping verbs are those verbs that are added before another verb in order to make a verb phrase. The forms of helping verbs are is, will, should, shall, had, been. Okay. Example is she is walking. Right. Doing ahead because this is an exercise which will be mailed to you separately. We're not doing this at this point in time. The basic idea of taking this class is to just cover the topics, brush up upon them. Not to worry, the whole video will be sent to you separately. I've done that. Now we come to adverb. Like we had adjectives, which added description to the existing noun in the sentence. Similarly, adverbs are words that modify the verbs. Okay, then modify the verbs. Their adjective was modifying the nouns, hence it was called adjective. Similarly, adverbs are the words that modify the verbs and adjectives or other adverbs. All right. And mostly the adverbs, how to form adverbs is we add an ly to the end of it, to the end of the already existing word. All right, like slow. Slow is a verb. Agreed. Adding an ly into it, modifying the action of slow. Like slow is already slow. Okay, but if I were to say he is speaking very slowly, I'm modifying that he's speaking very slowly, or he's slow, simply a verb. He's slow. The action is slow, but comparative action of that adverb will become slowly, quickly, widely, beautifully, commonly. So this becomes an adverb to verb. यहाँ पर verb था slow, quick, wide. ये verb था, but adding by modifying that, it becomes an adverb. Moving ahead. Some word that end in ly are not necessary adverb also. ये भी एक रूल है. बहुत सारे वर्ड्स ऐसे हैं जिनके एंड में ly ऑलरेडी होगा. जैसे lonely. Lonely already has an ly in the end. It does not necessarily mean कि adverb हो गया. ठीक है ना? Lovely, lively. तो ये adverbs नहीं है. ठीक है ना? ये exceptions हैं, but these are not adverbs. ठीक है ना? ये basically आपके adjectives हो गए. अब adverbs के types, kinds of adverbs क्या होते हैं? Adverbs of manner, which describes in which manner an action is done. ठीक है ना? जैसे कि रामू plays guitar skillfully. Okay. फिर आता है adverbs of place. describes where an action is done. For example, I have lived here for about 2 years. Here, place है, adverb of place है, I have lived here for about 2 years. Okay. Then comes adverbs of frequency. Shows how many times an action is done. I clean my bedroom every day. Yeah, I brush my teeth every day. फिर आता है adverb of purpose or reason. It describes, very self-explanatory, describes the purpose or reason for the action. अभी for some reason, if something had happened, he therefore left the gym. मतलब उसने gym because of some reason, because of some cited reason, he therefore left the gym. Okay, so moving ahead. This is an exercise. We'll mail it to you. The answer is already there. No issues. Now we come to the 3 ions which we had covered in the last live session. Okay, what are those 3 ions? Prepositions, conjunction, interjection. Right, now we'll look into that, and once we are done with it, then our topic, the parts of speech, will be completed in all lessons. And now one thing remains, that before we start off with the tenses that we will do on Friday 11 a.m. time, I request you all that please complete exercises that is given in the module before we start the next topic. Right? It will help your understanding. It will help you in in your pursuit of learning, in your learning excellence. Okay, क्योंकि अभी पाइल अप होता जाता है ना, आप समझा करो थोड़ी सी चीजों को, छोटे स्मॉल स्टेप्स, मेक अप फॉर बिग जंप्स. ठीक है, तो आप छोटा एक्सरसाइज रोज करेंगे तो क्या होगा ना, वो स्मॉल एफर्ट्स एड अप टू बिग थिंग. बट अगर आप वो स्मॉल स्टेप नहीं करोगे तो इट विल एड अप टू बिग, जिसको बोलते हैं ना कि बहुत सारा पाइल अप हो जाएगा. Either you move up by taking small steps, or if you do not take small steps, small exercises, then it will become pile up. You take small steps, you rise up. You don't take small steps, it piles up. Okay, piles up का मतलब आपका वो काम पूरा स्टडी पूरा इतना ज्यादा हो जाएगा ना, अचानक से आप करने बैठोगे तो कर नहीं पाओगे. तो इसीलिए sincere request, before we go ahead on Friday with our topic, which is tenses, please do the exercises on the topics that have been covered so far. Okay, now we'll understand what are prepositions. Prepositions are words that express a relationship between a noun or a pronoun. Between a noun और प्रोनाउन के बीच की रिलेशनशिप को जो एक्सप्रेस कर रहा है प्रीपोजिशन, मतलब कि वो पोजीशन से पहले आने वाली चीज. प्रीपोजिशन बिटवीन प्री, नाउन से प्री. ठीक है ना, एग्जांपल के लिए, द पैकेज अंडर द ट्री इज माइन. ठीक है ना, और एग्जांपल देखते हैं, ऑन द टेबल, लाइक ऑन द टेबल, इन द शेड, अक्रॉस द फील्ड. जो भी बोल्ड में यहाँ पे लिखा है ना, लाइक ऑन, इन, अक्रॉस, ये आपके प्रपोजिशंस हो गए. ठीक है ना, पैकेज इन फ्रंट ऑफ द ट्री इज माइन. ट्री क्या होगा आपका, ट्री आपका नाउन हो गया. माइन क्या होगा, आपका प्रोनाउन हो गया. द पैकेज इन फ्रंट प्रपोजिशन हो गया यहाँ पर. और एग्जांपल देखते हैं इसके आगे चलकर. रूल्स ऑफ प्रपोजिशन क्या है, प्रपोजिशन का कोई ना कोई ऑब्जेक्ट होना चाहिए. ठीक है ना, प्रपोजिशन ऑलवेज ऑब्जेक्ट के पहले ही आएगा. जैसे कि एज आई पुट इट इन द बॉक्स. ठीक है ना, पुट इट इन द बॉक्स ऑब्जेक्ट के पहले ही होगा. ठीक है ना, a pronoun following a preposition must be in object form, as Mary gave a gift to him. ठीक है, जैसा मैंने पहले ही बताया था, preposition is followed by a noun, it is never followed by a verb. Okay. Then there are 3 types of prepositions. of time, of place, and of movements. Preposition of time show time or when something happens. Like at, in, and on, I usually use a preposition of time. Like I am right on time. I'll be there at 4 o'clock. ठीक है, इस तरीके से आपका preposition of times यूज होता है. Views of at कैसे आ रहा है? जैसे example, times of the day में at 4 o'clock, at 10:30 p.m. meal times, at lunch time, holidays, at Christmas, expression at present. I'm taking a class at present. Then use of in context of months, in, like we say na, in month of January, in the year 1992, in winters, or students like to eat ice, kids love eating ice creams in summer. So in is preposition of time, in summer, like this symbolizing that in which weather they like to eat the ice cream most. या एक टाइम ब्रैकेट की बात करते हैं तो इन द 90s दे वर द स्ट्रॉन्गेस्ट इन द 90s. पार्ट ऑफ द डे की अगर हम बात करते हैं तो इट बिकम्स इन द मॉर्निंग. आई गो फॉर जॉगिंग इन द मॉर्निंग और इन द इवनिंग, यू नो, और एट नाइट. using the use of on 8th of June. He was born on 8th of June. Okay. On Monday. Then when we talk about days, then when we talk about specific days, then on Monday morning, be there at so and so time on Monday morning. Other preposition times are during, for, since, until or till, by, not later than, from, to. Okay. Preposition of place. These are used to show place or where something happens. जहां पर कुछ हम शो सिंबलाइज करना चाह रहे हो या फिर हम कुछ बताना चाह रहे हो लोकेशन वाइज, तो दैट इज कॉल्ड preposition of place. They answer the question where, like in, on, at, over, above, between, across, under, after, before. These are used as prepositions of place. Like in front of, a band plays their music in front of audience. Behind, who is that person behind the mask? Or between, there are mountains between Chile and Argentina. Common prepositions, a list of that is given in front of you, like about, among, above, as, across, at, like, out of. Practice exercise will be given to you separately. Please do that. Now talking about conjunction. The words that connect other words or phrases or clauses are called conjunctions. Most common conjunctions that there are coordinating conjunction. They coordinate between the two, like and but, or nor, for, so and yet. We'll look into the examples in the next moment. Coordinating conjunctions join a word or a group of words that are used in the same way. Okay, for example, we found a bat and a glove. The conjunction and, you know, is connecting two things here. The bat and a glove, and is connecting the two, a relation between the two. They may be hiding in kitchen or in the basement. The conjunction or connects the two phrases here. They may be hiding in the kitchen, complete phrase, or in the basement. Connecting the two phrases between is, we are using a conjunction or for that. Then there are subordinating conjunctions. These types of conjunctions are used in linking two clauses together. This type of subordinating conjunction introduces a dependent clause introduces a dependent clause and also describes the relationship between those two. For example, it is raining outside, so I brought an umbrella. Relation क्या है? Because rain, बाहर बारिश हो रही है, इसलिए I brought an umbrella for myself. या फिर दूसरे तरीके से यूज करते हैं, बिकॉज इट इज रेनिंग आउटसाइड आई ब्रॉट एन अम्ब्रेला. तो यहाँ पर सबऑर्डिनेट कंजंक्शन आ रहा है, ठीक है, कि यहाँ पर वो दो चीजों को कनेक्ट कर रहा है बाय शोइंग रिलेशनशिप कि फॉर व्हाट रीजन आई ब्रॉट एन अम्ब्रेला, बिकॉज इट वाज रेनिंग आउटसाइड. कोरिलेटिव कंजंक्शंस कनेक्ट आइटम्स ऑफ द सेम काइंड, ठीक है, जैसे कि बोथ डॉग्स एंड कैट्स मेक गुड पेट्स. दो चीजों के बीच में कोरिलेट कर रहा है, विच इज व्हाट, क्या है, डॉग्स एंड कैट्स. बोथ डॉग्स एंड कैट्स आर गुड पेट्स, मेक गुड पेट्स. आइदर बोरो अ बुक और बाय अ मैगजीन, ठीक है ना. दो डिफरेंट सेट ऑफ कॉन्सेप्ट दे रहा है कि या तो बुक ले लो और बाय अ मैगजीन, ठीक है. तो आइदर और का यूज यहाँ पे किस तरह कलेक्टिव कोरिलेटिव कंजंक्शन का कह रहा है, आइदर और का यूज करके यहाँ पर. अब आता है इंटरजेक्शन. इंटरजेक्शन बहुत बड़ी चीज नहीं है, बट इंटरजेक्शन आर सिंपली दोज which shows strong emotion or a short exclamation that we use like in our day-to-day life. इसका यूज का बेसिक पर्पस क्या होता है? ये एक एक्सप्रेशन को शो करने के लिए करता है. Interjections are used to show that you've got good command and control over your language and grammar skills. जैसे कॉमन इंटरजेक्शन क्या होते हैं? आउच, हे, हो, या फिर वॉच आउट, या फिर ओ नो. लाइक वी से, अभी आईपीएल का सीजन चल रहा है. सपोज आई डोंट नो व्हिच एवर टीम यू आप जितने सारे लोग यहाँ बैठे हो, आप लोगों की अपनी अपनी फेवरेट टीम्स होगी ना. सो फॉर सम मोमेंट, सपोज one of your favorite player got run out or got bowled out. He was a very integral part of the team on whom the whole performance depend कर रही होगी. तो वहाँ पे आउट होगा तो सब immediately what that strong emotion exclamation that comes out of your mind is, oh no, we will lose the match, oh no, he's out, like that. So either you say oh no, or you will say it blindly, oh, he's out. No, you won't say, even use oh, he's out, simple. But when you say oh, he's out, you're adding a strong emotion into it, and you can do that only when you are well versed with the grammar and you are having good grammar control. Then you use the word interjections. These are interjections, strong emotion and short exclamations. And how can interjection actually help you? Is that you can use these short exclamation to show emotions, to communicate your ideas, demonstrating that you have good control, making your writing more exciting and fun to interact with. Now then, by this we come to the end of our parts of speech revision recap that we had done, and this particular video will be mailed to you separately in your inboxes. And again, I'm saying, please do not let the work piled up for all the exercises that you're getting in the module. Please do that on a regular basis, which we know that you're doing it. Okay. So that make it a regular practice. Okay. So that whenever you come into the next class, you are already sitting with your set of doubts to be clarified. Because if you are not going to express your doubts or wherever you are having some kind of a problem, then we won't be able to to clarify those doubts or understand where you have the problem. So the best way to understand wherein the problem lies, which is you need to go back to the module, do the practice exercises, and for some reason, if you're stuck up at some or the other point, you have confusion at some or the other point, do let us know. We are here for you only, okay? And we'll help you out with that. So with this, we come to the end of our session. Next session will be on tenses. All right. So parts of speech is completed. Next up, we'll start with tenses on Friday. Right. Thank you so much. Have a great day.